Hi everyone, how are you? So today we'll try to learn the basics of Workfront licenses, the different types of Workfront licenses. Okay, so basically you have um, four types of Workfront licenses. Okay, you have standard license, light license, contributor license, external license. Okay, so standard licenses are pretty much expensive. And but it's very powerful. It's a very powerful license, so you can do a lot of stuff using standard license. So it's typically assigned to administrators, system administrators. Okay, it's typically assigned to system administrators and um, project task owners. If somebody wants to work on a specific task, if you want to assign a person to a particular task, um, then that person should have standard licenses. Okay, so basically it's very powerful and it has unlimited number of approvals. Okay, so yeah, standard licenses are very expensive. I mean, not very expensive. The most expensive of all the licenses are standard licenses. The second most expensive is light license. You have unlimited number of approvals. Okay, and then these are idle for approvals, obviously. So you don't want to assign a light license to a project task owner. Okay, so yeah, and then you have contributor license, and this is my favorite because it's free. This license is free, so it's typically assigned to request submitters. So whoever wants to submit requests, that person should have contributor license. Okay, and you have a limit of 7 approvals per month on the ultimate plan. And then yeah, you have external license, which is also free, but when you talk about the capability of external license, it's pretty much less. And you have a maximum of 7 approvals per month in the case of ultimate plan. And then it's assigned typically to external users. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. So these are the features of all these licenses. And if you can see the standard license, right, you have a lot of features for standard license. So for standard license, and then for light users, you have you know less features when compared to standard licenses. And contributor license is kind of, again, the features are reducing, as you can see here. And external license, you pretty much do not have any of the features. You only have 1 2 3 4 5 features. Okay, so this is how it is um, actually defined. Okay, you can go through these slides, and then you can get to know more about it. Okay, now let's talk about how to optimize the licenses. um, Downgrade approvers to light licenses. Okay, so let's say if you have some approvers and those approvers are assigned standard licenses, you don't need that. The approvers only need light licenses. Okay, so you can just identify those kind of users and you can downgrade the users, those kind of users, to light licenses. Okay, because light licenses are um, you know more cost effective than standard licenses, so you would want to downgrade them to light licenses. Okay, now downgrade light users to contributor licenses. Verify if the light users approve fewer than 7 months approvals per month. Okay, so if the light users are approving less than 7 approvals per month, they really don't need light licenses. You can assign them contributor licenses, and contributor licenses are free. Okay, so better to downgrade them to contributor licenses. Okay, that way you are optimizing your licenses. you know that will be really good. Okay, now how to check for light users approvals. Okay, so you can create a view and you can add a field called license, and you can add another field called users historical decisions. Okay, and you can check the number of approvals the light users are making in a month. You can take an average over 6 months, and if they are approving less than 7 uh, over the past 6 months, better downgrade them to contributor licenses. Okay, that's what you should be doing. So you can do this. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is checking for inactive users. Suppose you have assigned some users standard licenses, and those users are not even using Workfront. You don't need um, you don't need to you don't need to waste those licenses basically, right? So you can disable those users and you can free up those licenses, and you can even assign those licenses to some other users, let's say. Okay, so just check for this particular field last login date, and if you don't see any activity for the um, past 2 months, then you can downgrade the users to uh, you can even disable the users basically. Even after checking with the users, you can disable the users. Okay, that's it. I hope this was useful. Have a nice day.